Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video and the final EZA out of all 8 EZAs. I have to say, after pretty much going through the entirety of all 8, a little bit lackluster, I won't lie. There's some decent ones in there for sub EZAs and there's some not so great ones, but the final one is around the Strength Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Do let me know your thoughts of him down in the comments, and don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you are new. 8 whole videos were made today. 8 whole videos in one day. I'm feeling like the truth. I really am. How does he do it, bro? How does he do it? Fair play. But he is Rainbow. We do have him on one of his 200% lead, which is Power Builder Super Saiyan Kamehameha, another unit that goes on the Year 7 LR Gods 200% lead, and just their team in general. It's just never going to stop getting buffed. But we do have him in the movie edition of Red Zone against Turles, just so we can utilize the fact when he gets the extra buffs from facing 2 or more enemies, and then when we face Turles, we're facing 1 enemy, and we can see how he does without it. His linking partners, do you know what, are actually not that bad. He shares, once we get Key Spheres, of course we'll get Kamehameha active, he does share 5 links with some of the better units in the game, one of them being Birdku, EZA LR Gohan, then you also have decent link up with the gods. He links pretty well with a lot of decent units, I'm not gonna lie, so that is a major key thing going from him, and being on one of the strongest categories in the game. But turn 1, we are starting pre-super with a 392k attack stat, which is pretty good. Of course, we are facing 2 or more enemies, so we are getting an additional attack and defense plus 70%, and we do also have an extra 20 plus crit chance as well, on top of the fact he is rainbowed, which is quite nice. So he does also have 186k defense stat as well, pre-super. So when he's facing multiple enemies, minion stages in red zone events, probably not some of the harder ones, but in red zone events, burst mode, and definitely ESBR, this guy is looking to be a decent unit to bring. I'm not gonna lie. You know, again, is he anything ridiculous off of looking at him, you know, on paper? Probably not, no. But again, as a sub EZA, that I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I have ever used this guy. But he is looking now somewhat usable and somewhat viable for harder content. Even if that is only Extreme Super Battle Road, he is looking somewhat viable now, which I can't knock, I can't complain about. So at least he's now an option when it does come to some of the harder content in Dokkan right now. So I'm going to take that. That's a W for him. 5.4 million attack stat though, that's not bad. That's quite solid for a sub EZA. Big crit though, to be fair, it does have type of ice, but big crit. That's the fact we do have him rainbowed, and the extra 20% crit chance he does have against multiple enemies. But he is raising his attack and defense by 30% for 1 turn and causing supreme damage to the enemy. He gets key plus 3 in attack and defense plus 150% at the start of turn, and then gets an additional attack and defense plus 50% performing a super attack. Could notice that right there. To be fair, considering he's on just almost 200k defense when facing 2 or more enemies because of that additional attack and defense plus 70%, the 150 at the start of turn, the additional attack and defense plus 50%, when performing a super attack, that means attack and defense on 30%, you're looking at just over 200k defense, which is not bad for a sub EZA. It's not bad, it's okay, it's alright. An additional would definitely help him out quite a bit, but he's looking alright. He's looking alright so far. He does also launch an additional attack. There's a medium chance of becoming a super attack, which is a 30% chance. That's the additional I'm talking about. And then if you have dupes, could launch a second additional. 3 attack and defense raises by 30%. Defense is looking closer towards 300k. But all in all, could do some very good damage in total, especially when you're facing multiple enemies and getting the additional attack and defense plus 70%. And again, the crit chance. Against multiple enemies, this blue Goku could actually thrive for a sub EZA damage-wise. As a collective, could do a lot of good damage, and especially if he's hitting crits more often than not and hitting them consistently, he can actually do a bag of damage in total. Defensively, he's looking okay. Nothing too good, not too bad for a sub EZA, but damage-wise, if you do get lucky and you are facing like multiple enemies, which as I do think his realm will be inside of ESBR, he could do quite a lot of damage in 1 turn if RNG is deciding to pop off for you and you're hitting multiple super attacks. But as I said, he does also link pretty well with Gohan as well, as you can see there. but he's not looking bad. I cannot lie, he's not looking bad. Defensively, a little bit lackluster, I won't lie. He could use a little bit more defense, but as I said, in an ESBR setting, facing multiple settings, with potentially super attacking 3 times and all that crit chance, he could actually do a bag of damage, I'm not gonna lie. He could actually cook a little bit. He could actually cook a little bit. And look how often we're hitting crits because he's rainbowed and we have the extra 20% because we're facing 2 or more enemies. He's just in total done about 9 to 10 million damage. ESBR, he could be a shout. I might have to test him out in ESBR. But now we're facing one enemy, which this is probably where he's not going to do very well. Although I don't think we're actually going to make it because Turles' health bar isn't actually too big. But fingers crossed. Fingers crossed we do make it. I'm not supering with either of the gods, but of course these ones are rainbows, so they could get they actually didn't get an additional super. And of course my god Goku's 55% and typeless advantage right now. And we got him in quite a few orbs, but he won't do too much damage just because he isn't going to crit. So we should actually see God Goku, or sorry, Blue Goku, actually make an appearance against Turles, which is exactly what we want. So he's going to still be getting the attack and defense plus 150, of course gets the additional attack and defense plus 50% on super, the 30% attack and defense raise, and of course has the guaranteed additional with a 30% chance becoming a super attack. And of course then gets the additional attack and defense and chance upon a critical hit plus 30% when HP is 50% or more. So we're also getting that, which I'm not going to lie, again with the units he surrounds, very easy to have your health at half or above and maintaining that in harder content. So going to be no sweat at constantly triggering that. We're just now missing the extra 20% crit chance and we're missing the attack and defense plus 70%. So he now drops down to a 224k attack stat pre-super, 149k defense. Now his defense is looking a bit more on the meaty side. Attack-wise, you can definitely notice a big drop even before we super attack, but defense is now looking a bit questionable. It is looking a little bit meaty, I won't lie. And a 4 million attack stat. He's pretty much lost a whole 1 million on super. A whole 1 million. But still, as collective possible damage, it's still not bad. Like, it does drop quite a bit, but it's still actually solid. It's not too bad, it's quite solid. It's just the extra 20% crit chance and 70% attack and defense really do make a difference in terms of how much damage you can do. Especially as a collective, if I said that built-in additionals popping off and becoming a super attack. And, you know, potentially the dupe system as well. But damage output, even so, even still without facing multiple enemies, actually isn't too bad. Just the defense is just quite questionable at that point, which you probably don't really want to risk. But all in all, actually quite a decent EZA given for what he's actually good for and given for what he does being a sub EZA as well. Just a shame I haven't seen the additional super pop from the dupe system and see him super attack 3 times. But yeah, considering the EZAs that have come out, definitely on the more solid side. He's another one like one of the other God Gokus. I think it might be the strength one of the AJO one, or maybe even both. He's another one where I wish that medium chance of becoming a super attack was a 50% chance instead, a high chance. It definitely would help him out a lot more, especially defensively to get those guaranteed defense raises rather than only a 30. It still works quite well as we're seeing here, but I would prefer the consistency a lot more. Otherwise, you know, at some points even in like ESBR, the Don's still getting caught potentially. But as I said, out of all 8 EZAs that have come out, he's definitely on the more solid side compared to like maybe Tech Whis, and Int God Goku, and even my boy Rage Jeets, you know, to an extent. Like, I definitely do feel like they could have done a bit more with some of these EZAs that come out. And especially as my boy Rage Jeets, like, why did you have to do him dirty? But they could have done more of quite a few of these. They are quite lackluster, but there's a few alright ones in there, and this Blue Goku is definitely one of them, but he definitely could be better. But not too bad. But do let me your thoughts down in the comments. I'll see you in the next video, guys, and peace.